Assalamualaikum. Today our group will present on roles of real estate professional and property industry. For the introduction, the roles of real estate professional is to mediate between the seller and the buyer that look for the new property. Real estate professional like estate agent, property manager and valuer play an important role for potential buyer to provide customer advice on current property market price. Every buyer and seller needs to know the value for a property to buy or sell before proceed to the next step. Real estate need to spend their time in the real estate business, which real estate professionals are exposed to the valuation, planning and development, maintenance, management, rental, regulation, sale of real estate and other duties or service that related to the real estate professional. Real estate professional is a career that is very focused on people. Buying, selling and managing the real estate can be stressful. Therefore, a good real estate professional can make all the difference to launch a real estate deal without problem. However, the real estate industry have many jobs that are related to the real estate license. The most common example are real estate developer, sale and marketing firm, real estate management, real estate agency, professional service like law, accounting, and more professional real estate professional.
The property valuer is one of the underrated professions in the real estate industry. According to the Board of Valuer, Appraiser and Estate Agent, which is Act 242, the applicant of valuer must at the age of 21 and he is of sound mind, good character, and not involved with any cases of fraud, dishonesty, and immorality during the 5 years from the date of application. The register valuer must not suspend from estate agent and property manager and his name not been cancelled from register. This is clearly stated in section 17. The section 19, which is valuation practice, stated that registered valuer who apply the authority to practice must make valuation of lands and buildings and all interests including tree, crops, furniture, trade stock, plant, machinery and others equipment. Before the valuer officially become a registered valuer, he must register as a probationary valuer as according to 17A, which is registration of probationary valuer, or I will say as PV. In order to complete the task as a PV, he need to accomplish all the tasks provided by the board, as according to the section 18, qualification for registration valuer and PV. The PV must pass the examination held by the board and he has obtained qualification which approved by the board too. After the PV has passed or complied with those requirements, which is practical and TPC, he must apply to the board to enter his name in the register. An estate agent is a professional body who acts as a middleman between seller and buyer to arrange the selling, renting, and managing properties. The profession is controlled under Malaysian Institute of Estate Agent and Board of Valuer, Appraiser, Estate Agent, and Property Management. Only registered estate agent may conduct any scope of work for the profession, such as advertise the property, prepare offer letter and tenancy agreement contract, maintain a register of inspection, and collect and organizing the rent payments.
In this section, I will talk about roles real estate professional in real estate industry. First, property developer. Property developer make a profit by adding value to the property by constructing or upgrading house, rezoning, etc. The responsibility of property developer is identify any opportunity in property, make contract, manage project developer, negotiation regarding price for purchase or sales. The advantage of being property developer is we can describe in profit, investment, potential short-term of investment, and great stability. Second, sales and marketing firms. Sales and marketing firms are partnering with the developer on the selling of the building and units they make. The responsibility of sales and marketing firms are having all the marketing tools, technology or equipment that will be a powerhouse for property seller. The advantage of being a sales and marketing firm is the profit offer from the business is big according how big the project that will there. 5. Property valuer. A valuer is a professional person who conduct inspection to help determine the current market value of the real estate or land. The responsibility of valuer is conduct out valuation exercise, prepare report and valuation, and they will give advice to the client on any method about property and conduct auction, and they also carry out special duty such as being an expert witness on property for court proceeding. The advantage of using property valuer is their experience in property sector, they are unbiased, and the report made by the property valuer will provide accurate result. And report by property valuer is legit, so there will be avoid any property related issue and dispute. 3. Property management. Property management firms are helping landowners to rent out the unit in their house. Their duty include rent collection, unit show, deficiency fixings, repair efficiency, and tenant management. The advantage of having a property management is high quality tenants, less legal issue, efficient rent collection. 4. Estate agency. In estate agency, there are two types of officer, which is real estate negotiate and real estate agent. The roles of real estate agent is taking instruction, record keeping, conduct marketing and promotion, provide information, inspection, make sales and purchase, confirm detailed contract, handle deposit and completion agreement. The advantage of being an estate agency is independent contractor. Real estate agent plan everything by themselves, which is they choose who their customer, they decide their own marketing strategy. Control business grow, which is mean that in the beginning it's just one person.
Current issue. Current issue of estate agent. Real estate agent operating without a license in Malaysia are being tracked in order to protect the local property market by the Board of Valuer, Appraiser, Estate Agent and Property Manager. Issue involving fraudulent real estate agent is accused of involving unregistered entities or person engaged in serving as an intermediary in the selling of Malaysian assets at a fee such as land marketing firm and travel. The initiative undertaken is to upgrade the real estate agent and consultant, working with government agency and local authorities such as the Commercial Crime Division and the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission. Next, for current issue of property manager is property executive needs to understand the value of financial management. Property manager ought to understand the importance of financial management as it is related to how to arrange tasks and how to complete plan work smoothly. After that, lack of knowledge, qualified staff, regulation, the existing staff and the attitude of the maintenance staff can cause shortage consideration of the goals and the objection of the organization objective, and as such maintenance is a waste of time for management. Proper building maintenance to minimize anything defect or possible failure of element and equipment for the effectiveness of building and systematic financial management in the use of money for repair purposes. Next, for current issue of property manager is property executive needs to understand the value of financial management. Property manager ought to understand the importance of financial management as it is related to how to arrange tasks and how to complete plan work smoothly. After that, lack of knowledge, qualified staff, regulation,
the existing staff and the attitude of the maintenance staff can cause shortage, consideration of the goals and the objection of the organization objective, and as such maintenance is a waste of time for management. Proper building maintenance to minimize anything defect or possible failure of element and equipment for the effectiveness of building and systematic financial management in the use of money for repair purposes. Next, for current issue of property manager is property executive needs to understand the value of financial management. Property manager ought to understand the importance of financial management as it is related to how to arrange tasks and how to complete plan work smoothly. After that, lack of knowledge, qualified staff, regulation, the existing staff and the attitude of the maintenance staff can cause shortage, consideration of the goals and the objection of the organization objective, and as such maintenance is a waste of time for management. Proper building maintenance to minimize anything defect or possible failure of element and equipment for the effectiveness of building and systematic financial management in the use of money for repair purposes. Next, for current issue of property manager is property executive needs to understand the value of financial management. Property manager ought to understand the importance of financial management as it is related to how to arrange tasks and how to complete plan work smoothly. After that, lack of knowledge, qualified staff, regulation, the existing staff and the attitude of the maintenance staff can cause shortage, consideration of the goals and the objection of the organization objective, and as such maintenance is a waste of time for management. Proper building maintenance to minimize anything defect or possible failure of element and equipment for the effectiveness of building and systematic financial management in the use of money for repair purposes. Current issue of valuer. The issue that appraiser face is when JPPH valuation is too high and most people who want to use the appraiser service are unable to afford it when it involves large properties. Next, valuer of both public and private property in Malaysia needs to have a transparent way of reducing the estimated value gap of both parties to avoid cost differences in the valuation of a given property. After that, the solution that can take from both sectors is discussion are held between the Department of Valuation and Property Service and private property valuation companies to find the best way to coordinate and improve the quality of any property valuation. Last, there is a transparent method to ensure that the given value is not significantly different so that no dispute occur. It needs to be standardized in order to convince the public of the industry rating. Other than that, National Land Code 1985 Act 56, Land Acquisition Act 1916 Act 486, Strata Management Act 2030 Act 757, Strata Title Act 1985 Act 318, Street Drainage and Building Act 1974 Act 133.
First is property valuation service. The service that included is first is initial public offering or corporate exercise. In this valuation service, it was focused on such valuation are planned for application to the Securities Commission for potential listing on Bursa Malaysia Berhad or for major activities in publicly traded undertaking requiring the approval of Security Commission corporate registry. Second is auction, reserve and foreclosure. This valuation is intended for the mortgage purpose or foreclosure proceeding. in order to help the relevant or local authority to set the reserve price for purpose of selling the property by public auction alternative. Market value shall be the basis for the calculation for sales by the public auction. Third is accounting or financial reporting standard or FRS. The valuation is used for insertion in financial statement which are needed for the financial reporting standard or international financial reporting standard for including in company's balance sheet, and also for including the fair value of the asset owned by the company for either investment or own use. Fourth is compulsory land acquisition service. As for the land acquisition, the valuer will do a valuation according to the Section 3 Land Acquisition Act 1960. There are three main reasons to acquire the property. First is public purpose. Second, by any person or any corporation for any purpose which, in the opinion of the state authority, is beneficial to the economic development of Malaysia or any part thereof, or to the public generally or any class of the public. And the last is for purpose of mining or for residential, agriculture, commercial, industrial or recreational public purpose or any combination of such purpose. And fifth is statutory valuation service. The valuation prepared also consists for the stamp duty appeal valuation, which based on the first schedule of Stamp Act 1949, and also for writing valuation, which is annual value for all state except for Johor, and improved value only applied by Johor. Number 2 is estate agency service. First is building and construction of house and premise. Generally, estate agent was act on behalf of the company to organize and supervise the project from start to finish. Second is selling property. This type of service is one of the popular in estate agency service. Using the agency, they will negotiate with the potential buyer or client in terms of the selling price, management and others. Estate agent also will act to do a marketing management for the property or premise which want to sell and to find the buyer. Third is buying a property. The real estate agent will conduct to help the client to buy their preferred property according to their owning dreams. And fourth is property management service. Estate agent mostly act as for doing a management on the certain property, for example for rental and lease. The management are different and according to the property and service that they need to do. Last service that provided is project management service. Okay, first is project management. Project managers are expected to recruit and manage multiple contractors, track cost change as a result of changing orders, inventory budget, pay supplier, use funding appropriately, and follow hundreds of procedures to sustain a project at or below a budget. Second is risk management service. Project management will be responsible for mitigating risk by hiring practitioners who are appropriately trained or insured, ensuring appropriate project insurance, drafting and managing arrangement, clarifying the obligation of both parties, and other activities aimed at minimizing lawsuit or other costs. Also, project manager or property manager will prepare for granting the risk either for short term or long term. Third is planning service. The service was include site selection and due diligence, contract negotiation, facility support service, and contact administration. And last is design service. The service was prepared for the furniture, fixture and equipment FFE management, which they will implement the budget creation, procurement process. Also, they will oversee form planning through installation. Next, they will monitor according to the establishment of budget and schedule. Also, facilitated communication with other agencies such as architect, engineering and others. Besides, the service prepared to ensure the designer and team members in project management are designed and implement based on what are already planned. At the same time, they also can be as a consultant to the client or company to achieve a company's goal.
In the conclusion, there are countless ways to make a career or roles in the real estate industry. To be a good and valuable real estate professional, they should have a good understanding and knowledge of each of the real estate professional job description, knowledge requirement, skill requirement, ability requirement, and job activities of a real estate professional. The real estate professional must always maintain their integrity